Hello Virgos, welcome to Timsy's Naked Tarot. Don't worry, Timsy is not naked, the tarot reads are naked, by which I mean I strip out as much astrology as I can by using this plain deck to bring in the star sign or the type of star sign of the person we are doing the read about. Okay, we are also doing the read about the moon, which came out in the All Signs overview I done about a way back when on the, what was it, 17th, it was a new moon read. New moon was in Cancer. We are all going to feel slightly more emotional, although to be quite honest, that should be petering off by now because we're pretty much past the new moon. Okay, it is a general read. It may or may not resonate with you. If it does resonate with you, that is fantastic. If it doesn't resonate with you, don't worry too much. Not every read can resonate with you. If this one's not, perhaps next week's one will. Perhaps there's one in the playlist what will resonate with you. You can find that under, I think it's Earth Signs Weekly Reads. Yeah, okay. So, as I said, we got the moon. The moon is, I feel for your particular case, the moon is the road less travelled, the unknown, going down a new direction, an unknown direction. Okay. With that, we got the Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords is anxiety and overthinking. And the Four of Pentacles, hanging on to something which is past its best. Yeah. Possibly flogging a dead horse. How about that one? Because that's what I feel you're doing. And that's why I feel there's a new road for you to go down. Okay, the way we'll do the energies is just there. That's going to clarify with the moon a little bit more. That one's going to clarify, be how your person feels about it. And you, just there is going to be the outcome the universe is hoping for from all this. From the bottom of the deck, just underneath that card there, we'll put an overall read, card for the read. Okay, we've got the Seven of Spades, which is an air sign who is slightly older than you, maybe a year or so older than you. Okay, the overall energy is the world is a big new start for you. I've had the world come out in a couple of my reads. I believe, yes, I'm doing a new moon read, which means it is a new start. People are setting intentions and the like. Maybe you are setting intentions and planning, I don't know, a new career, a house move, something like that. Perhaps the air sign is, okay? Until we get going in the read, it's a bit hard to tell. Maybe it's just literally you woke up one morning and you decided that everything's got to change. So let's see what this moon is about. The moon is about the Seven of Swords. Okay, wait a minute, I've just got to clear my throat. The Seven of Swords is quite often seen as a toxic card, a minor arcana of the devil, trickery, theft, could sometimes be stalking, depending on what other cards comes out with it. But sometimes it can be just a change of tactic. Okay, in a lot of depictions of the Seven of Swords, it is someone stealing swords from a battle encampment. And the change in tactic there is if I take all their weaponry, they are then forced to talk. Okay, or perhaps I would normally fight my way out of this, but this time I'm going to take the fighting option off the table and do a different option. Okay, so let's see what we've got fighting this. The Six of Swords. Okay, your change of tactic is you want to go to a calmer, more peaceful place. As I said, you're trying to take the weaponry out. You're trying to disarm this situation. Okay, and it's a route you wouldn't normally take or have taken very little. It's why it's coming up as the moon, the unknown. Okay, the Two of Cups, the Strength card, and that Four of Pentacles again. Okay, the Two of Cups is a coming together of energy, first and foremost. It could be a soulmate. This could be a situation between you and a soulmate. Now, remember, a soulmate doesn't always necessarily have to be a person you're going to spend the rest of your life with, although soulmates you normally do spend the rest of your life with one way or another. But I mean, it's not like it doesn't have to be in a romantic sexual relationship. It could be your best friend. It could be your boss. Okay. All what a soulmate generally means is it's someone who's been through many lifetimes with you. It's someone who always connects up with you during your lifetimes at some point. And once they do connect up with you, they tend to be in your life forever more. They might not always be in there 24/7. They might come and go, drift in and out. But they're it's the sort of best friend where you made friends with them, like when you're at, like, I don't know, your first school you went to, and then you went to different schools, but then you bumped back into each other in high school, and then you drifted apart again during your college and university years, and then you bump back into each other in a pub and spend more time together, and then you drift apart again where you start families, and then you bump back together at some holiday somewhere, and you just catch up. But every time you bump into them, it's like they've never been away. It's like you just like pick up from where you left off, plus all the time you missed together. You have a quick catch up, and then you just carry on like you never were separated. That's like a soulmate, okay? If you ever had any sort of doubt of what a soulmate is, that is what a soulmate is. The strength card is your excuse me again. Oh, that's bad. So a soulmate, yeah, that's what a soulmate is. That's what I've got to you. The strength card. The strength card is, well, you're requiring strength to deal with it. Not so much deal with it. You're requiring strength to go down the road less known. It scares you. Yeah. Normally you're used to fighting your corner, and when I say you take the weaponry out of it, I don't literally mean you have fist fights all the time. I mean, normally you would stand up and you would fight for yourself. You'd be like, no, this is how it is. Even if you know what you're saying is actually wrong, it's the sort of thing you would still like argue that point until it's well past its best, until you should have dropped it ages ago. So you're requiring strength to actually just not do it. You're requiring strength not to do something. You're requiring strength to just stand back and go, okay, whatever you say, let's just get on with it. Okay. With the Four of Pentacles, as I said, it's requiring strength just to like not flog a dead horse, not keep going on the subject until it's got boring for absolutely everyone involved. And again, there is an element of fear to both of these. There's with the Four of Pentacles, the fear is more of a fear of loss, and with the with the Strength card, is a fear of not being able to achieve your goal, not being able to. You fear something to require the strength to tackle it. Okay. And crossing it is the Page of Wands. Now, the Page of Wands is a card of seizing the moment. Okay, the Page of Wands does seize the moment. The Page of Wands grabs any opportunity what comes its way, especially if it thinks it's going to advance it further along. But it doesn't think about the consequences. Don't worry about the consequences. It's like, well, okay, whatever happens from this, happens from this. And this is what I said about the Strength card. Perhaps you're requiring strength to just stand back and go with the flow and go, okay, whatever, let's see how this goes. Yeah, instead of going, no, but this is the way I see it, and this is the way it should be done. Okay, so let's have a look at the air sign. Okay, the Lovers. So again, an indication that this air sign may actually be your twin flame, or not your twin flame, your soulmate. Okay, it could be a twin flame card as well, coming out in a close proximity as a Two of Cups. It could be a twin flame. I don't really feel twin flame energy from it, but it may well be, especially with the Emperor now coming out. There is an element of it because I said it. Okay, it just blurted out of my mouth, and generally speaking, when I do tarot reads, that's what happens. I don't really remember much of what I say. In fact, one of my friends asked me what my big like anniversary read was about, and They asked me about, I don't know, 2 hours after I posted it, and I was like, I don't know, can't remember a word of it. Okay, all they wanted to know was it worth actually spending like 50 minutes watching it? Of course it was. Of course it was. I don't know. I can't remember it. I just read the energies for 50 minutes. That's quite bad. I slept well. Anyway, right. So the air sign. The air sign is feeling about this situation, and more to the point, you is, yes, you are the choice for them. Okay, is what I'm getting off the lovers. They feel that you are the divine masculine. You are the emperor. You are taking control, possibly taking control of your life, taking control of. Well, yeah, I said it's a change of tactic. It could be. It could be like devil energy. It could be like a habit or an addiction of yours to always argue. You could argue that black is white just because you felt like being in opposition to whoever said white was white, okay, or black is black. It's like sometimes you just argue for the sake of arguing, shall we say, with that Seven of Swords, and they feel that you're taking control. You're maturing. They feel that you're growing up. You're becoming an adult. You might be 40, you might be 30, you might be 20, you might be 50, but it doesn't mean you act that way. Yeah. So they're feeling that you're finally starting to act your age. You're finally starting to realize that sometimes you don't have to argue every point. You can just let some slip. This feels full of emotion for you, and it's like, well, yeah, this could be leading you in the right direction at last. With the Ten of Cups, it's an indication of a new beginning, okay, because the tens are the end in tarot. Going on to the Seven of Cups, the Seven of Cups is telling us that they feel that you've got choices in front of you. It's not just that, they're looking at you in a different way because of that. I'm feeling a slight Hanged Man energy coming off that Seven of Cups. They're looking at you in a different way. You suddenly, you are in amongst their choices. So they could be looking at you as a partner of some description. Again, as I said here with soulmates, partners doesn't necessarily mean someone to jump into bed with. Maybe they have a business and they want to bring you on board as an equal partner. Yeah, now that you're starting to show that you're mature enough to walk away from an argument because it's an argument. Okay, you're starting to use your discernment and choose what to actually put your energies in. You're starting to try to calm out your life, and they see that, and they see that is growth for you. Okay, because the Emperor is all about like making an empire and expanding out and growing bigger. One of the other reasons I say they might want to become your partner, and partners aren't always someone you jump into bed with. Although actually sometimes they do say that, even when like you're having a business partnership, and they say, "Oh, you're getting into bed with them." Yeah, it's not like that. I don't feel much in the way of romance. There is romance for some of you in this, but for more of you, it's just general life, I feel. But they want to work with you on something. Okay. They yeah, the Eight of Wands, bold forward movement. It's communication as well. This air sign, as I said, could be your soulmate. Could come in and out of your life at regular intervals. They want to talk to you about moving forward with them somehow. Now, as I said, it could be a business proposition. It could be a house sharing opportunity. And for some of you, it is a house sharing opportunity. It's the second time I've mentioned like moving home or a house sharing opportunity or something like that. Something to do with changing location. It They want to talk to you about it. They want to, and it's about moving forward with not just your life, but their life as well. Okay. And just hiding underneath that was the devil. This is kind of, I think it's actually your card, but this is kind of how they see you as well. They see you as a toxic person. They see you, if not a toxic person, they see that you have that toxic trait which you are now dealing with. Okay, so I'm shuffling away for the outcome. Let's see what the outcome is. The High Priestess. Okay, this is the universe telling us that perhaps the outcome is undecided. Perhaps the outcome doesn't really matter. The choice from this doesn't really matter in the big picture of your life. Okay? It's although we got the world there, what says, it sort of says it is a big issue, or it's a big new start when it comes to your life. So perhaps it's not just that. It's also kind of telling us that there are secrets. There are secrets which are meant to be kept during this exchange, perhaps to come out later. Okay. All right. So we've got Judgment. We've got the Five of Pentacles. We've got the Empress, and we got the Eight of Cups. Well, I kind of talked that up with movement. Okay. So Judgment. And Judgment is something or someone coming back into your life for a second chance. Okay. Or it could be that just you're going to be very judgmental about this whole situation. Okay. Now, I feel the Judgment is about the past and secrets being kept from you in the past. They could be being revealed. After all, she is holding her hands out. It's like, there you go. That's what I was like hiding all this time. The Five of Pentacles is either a financial hardship or being left out in the cold, depending on your situation. You know your situation a lot better than I do. I'm just reading the energies around your situation. If this is like a business opportunity or a house move or something like that, that's probably financial. If it is a loving relationship, then it is possibly feeling left out in the cold. But we've got to remember, this is linked to the past. Okay, maybe the secret was they left you out in the cold deliberately because you were a bit childish up there with that Page of Wands crossing. The Empress is, well, it's them, because I said they see you as the Empress, so they're the Empress. Okay, so this is perhaps the Empress might be feeling left out in the cold, or left you out in the cold, and this is the secret being revealed. And so the secret being revealed is, in the past I left you out in the cold because I thought you weren't good enough for me, because I am the Empress and you were a Page of Wands. Remember, crossing up there. The Eight of Cups is all about movement. As I said, house moves, going on holiday, just going away from one thing and moving away from the Seven of Cups, the choices, committing to something and moving towards the Ten of Cups. It actually goes to the Nine of Cups first, which is kind of like your wish fulfilled, and then the Ten of Cups. I just got to get rid of this wheeze. Okay, that's better, right? And so it is about movement of some description, and I believe it's wanting to move towards you. They want to not put right what once went wrong. They want to I don't know, maybe add another pentacle to that and get some balance. Okay, and that sort of thing. They now want to move with you. That eight of Wands crossing there, and Eight of Cups down here. They want to move with you. Okay, crossing this is the Four of Cups. It's something they've always kind of dreamt about. You are the sort of person that has always inspired them, even if it's just to inspire them not to be like you. You still inspired them. The Four of Cups is quite often seen as like the Muse card out of the tarot deck. Okay, and yeah, there's a little disappointment within the Four of Cups. There's always a disappointment within all the fours. A little disappointment. Most of the time, you don't often see it. The fear, what goes with losing stuff, is disappointing. The dream not coming true is disappointing. Okay. The four of swords, that time you spent healing. Sometimes you quite often look at back and you're a little bit disappointed with the loss of that time. If X didn't happen, I wouldn't have had to heal. I could have done so much more with my life. Okay, there's always a twinge of disappointment with the fours. Okay, so let's ask the universe a question. What should we ask the question? Virgo, we got the Emperor and the Empress out. Another's card, that was about the choice, you becoming their choice now. Okay, just generally tell Virgo what you want. Okay, universe, there we go. I'll have it up the bottom today, I think. Right, okay. So we got the Wheel of Fortune. The times are a-changing. Okay. Right, Virgo, this is the advice to you. What is the universe is just telling you whatever it wants to tell you now about this situation. It's just literally a change of energies, and there's been a huge change of energies over the last few weeks. Well, we had the moon go into, or the moon start its cycle in Cancer. We had the sun in Cancer as well. So this is quite emotional. A lot of this could have dragged up some old emotions and everything. The North Node changed from Taurus to Aries, which is kind of why we're getting the Eight of Wands and the Eight of Cups coming out, and Emperors feeling like they are actually balanced and things instead of unbalanced Emperors, because the North Node in Aries is all about kind of taking action, kind of being bold, kind of ready to face your demons. And so the times are, as I said, the energy is just changing. They're changing into something a lot bigger and a lot better. Okay, the World card there, and big new start. And I've said it's come out in a couple of reads already. Okay, so we got the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is, well, is an upgrade from your Page of Wands you had up at the beginning of the read. This is about the future. It's kind of like, not directly coming out as this, but it's kind of like what you've wished for. The energies are now shifting into the right sort of energies for you to achieve what you always dreamt you would have in the future. Now, that could be business, that could be financial, that could be social, or it could be love. Generally speaking, the Knight of Cups indicates love. He's meant to be bringing an Ace of Cups to someone. Someone could be bringing an Ace of Cups to you. An Ace of Cups is a love to be given. But this is gonna like being like bookended by a moon card. The moon card again is that unknown road. Maybe you never really ever planned about the future, never dreamt about the future. You've always been that sort of person who would just, well, the future is the future. It'll be what it is, and I will deal with it when I'm there. It's kind of telling you, you did. It was always there, because one of the things the moon is all about is also about secrets. There was always something niggling in the back of the head what you wanted. You wanted a certain person, a certain type of lifestyle, a certain type of car, a certain amount of money to earn each year. Now, all these things you kind of casually thought about, but never really sort of said, that's the future I'm having, are starting to come to fruition. After the world, after this new start, yeah, it's the actual journey of the new start, and you're going to start your journey, okay? The Fool is all about starting the journey. He's going that way, yeah? Which quite often I would say is about your past, yeah, going towards the left and things, like you need strength to deal with the future, and they're looking that way. This journey isn't actually moving towards the past, it's moving towards the future, because the card in front of it there is all about your future, okay? Crossing all this is the Nine of Pentacles. For a couple of you, this is actually about retirement. You are now approaching retirement age, or your bank balance is approaching retirement levels, and you are thinking, I can actually retire from this. For the rest of you, this is like an independence. Okay, I'm breaking away from, I don't know, the old way of life, the old habits I used to have, and I'm starting something new. Okay, that is your read, Virgos. Hopefully it resonated with you. If it did, fantastic. If it didn't, don't worry. Not all can, as I said at the beginning. If you skipped the beginning, not all reads will resonate with you. Maybe I'm just not your tarot reader at the moment. Feel free to go out and find someone else. I don't mind. Yeah, thank you if you like this video. I do appreciate seeing those likes on my videos. And thank you if you have subscribed to my channel. I greatly appreciate it. And if you leave any comments, I do try to get back to them as quick as I can. Okay, but it's harvest time. It's the start of harvest time. It's like our busiest time of the year, because this harvest time is when all our deadlines are. So we have to have things finished. Okay. So it might be a couple of days at the moment, maybe maximum a week, but I will get back to you as quick as I can on those comments. Hope you all have a wonderful week, and I will catch you all next time.